This is why the wealthy never retire, and once you see it, you cannot unsee why you have to. It is 11:47 at night. You are on the couch with your phone open to the retirement countdown app. The number reads 11,388 days. Your back aches from a chair you sat in for 9 hours to fund a finish line you cannot picture. Above you, a man with $1 billion is at his desk at 6:47 in the morning. He could retire tomorrow. He never will. The reason is what nobody told you. Start at the bottom of the ladder. Start where you actually are. Rung 1, zero net worth, paycheck to paycheck. The direct deposit hits on Friday at 4 a.m. Your phone lights up on the nightstand. $2,847. By 9 a.m. on Friday, $1,400 is gone to rent. By Saturday, $389 to the car. Sunday, $312 to groceries. Monday, $89 to the streaming bills. And the gym you do not go to. You have $657 left for 13 days. The math is simple. The math is also a leash. Work is not a career here. Work is oxygen. Stop showing up and the apartment evaporates by month 2. Running tally. Net worth, 0. Days until retirement, 12,775. You climb, you skip the lunches out. You cancel 2 subscriptions. You take the freelance shift on Wednesday nights. A year passes, another. Your savings account ticks up like a slow drip. Rung 2, $50,000. The emergency fund. You stand in line at the credit union and the teller slides the printout across the counter. $50,812. You stare at it. You expected to feel rich. You feel suspicious. You take a screenshot of the balance and you do not show anyone. That night, you lie in bed and run the numbers in your head. 50 grand, 6 months of expenses. If the job ends tomorrow, you have until October. Then, nothing. Just air. You sleep 4 hours. The next morning, you're back at the desk by 8:47 a.m. The cushion did not free you. The cushion bought you a coffin with a slightly nicer lining. You still trade hours for the mortgage. You still flinch when the boss says we need to talk. The countdown app still reads 11,902 days. Notice what just happened. You added a 0. Nothing changed. Rung 3, $250,000. 8 years later, index funds, a condo with 90,000 of equity, a 401k you do not touch. The dashboard says $251,400. You finally feel something. You let yourself open a tab called Coast FI Calculator at 11:14 p.m. on a Tuesday. You type your numbers in. The calculator tells you that if you stop adding money today, you can stop working at 67 and live on $3,200 a month. 67. You are 36. That is 31 more years of the chair. 31 more years of the alarm at 6:14 a.m. 31 more years to arrive at a finish line where, if everything goes right, you can afford to do nothing in a town you can still afford. You close the laptop. You do not say anything out loud. The countdown app on your home screen reads 11,388 days. The number does not move when you stare at it. Here's what the first 3 rungs share. The money is yours. The time is not. At 0, you trade time for survival. At 50,000, you trade time for a cushion. At $250,000, you trade time for a slightly closer cage. The ladder went up. The leash did not loosen. You are still on the clock. Somewhere above you, the air changes. Somewhere above you, the relationship between you and your work begins to invert. You do not know it yet. You cannot feel it from this rung. But the man at his desk at 6:47 a.m., the billionaire from the opening, he started here too. He climbed past where you're standing right now. And the higher he climbed, the less he wanted to leave. That is not a coincidence. That is the next rung. Now look up. What you see at first looks like more of the same. It is not. Rung 4, $1 million. The number arrives quieter than you expected. You sell some company shares. The condo doubles. The 401k compounds for 14 years. One Tuesday in March, the brokerage statement crosses the line. $1 million. You look at it on your phone in the parking lot of a grocery store. A woman behind a shopping cart asks if you are done with the cart corral. You say yes. You drive home in silence. That night, you do the math you have been afraid to do. 4% of 1 million is 40,000 a year. You could quit. You could actually quit. Not at 67, now at 44. The Countdown app reads 8,419 days, and you could delete the app tonight. You do not delete the app. You sit on the same couch from rung 1. You think about Monday. You think about your inbox. You think about the project you have been arguing with for 6 months. That is finally starting to work. You think about a colleague named Maya who finally agreed with you on Friday, and something strange happens. You feel relief that you do not have to walk away from it. You feel relief that quitting is now a choice you are not going to make. Running tally. Net worth, $1 million. Days until you could stop, 0. Days you actually stop, 0. Notice the inversion. At rung 1, the job kept you. At rung 4, you keep the job. Rung 5, $10 million. 6 more years. The side business sold. A small chunk of equity in a company you helped build. The number on the screen now is $10 million. You hire a wealth manager who calls you on Thursdays. He uses the word liquidity a lot. He says it the way doctors say condition, like a slow diagnosis. He tells you gently that you do not need to work another day in your life. He tells you he has clients who quit at this number and regret it within 9 months. You laugh and say you are not one of them. You are. You always were. You take 1 week off in July. You book a house on the coast. You bring 3 books. You read 40 pages of the first one. By Thursday, you are pacing the deck at 6:14 a.m., coffee in hand, opening your laptop just to look. By Friday, you are on a call. By Sunday, you are back home, 2 days early, telling your partner you missed the dog. You did not miss the dog. You missed the chair. Here is what you have learned without anyone telling you. The work is not a cage anymore. The work is the spine. Pull it out, and the rest of the body collapses. You spent 20 years building an identity attached to the chair. The chair was the leash at rung 1. The chair is the skeleton at rung 5. You do not say this out loud. You do not even let yourself think it in a full sentence. But the Countdown app, somewhere on a back screen of your phone, has not been opened in 11 months. Sometime around rung 5, people stop asking you when you are going to retire. They start asking you what you are working on next. You answer the second question every time. You have nothing to say to the first. Look up one more time. The air is thinner here, and the people on the higher rungs are not resting. They are sprinting. You used to think they were trapped. You are about to learn they are not. They are home. Home. That is the word that breaks open at rung 6. Rung 6, $100 million. Her name is Catherine. She is 51. She founded a logistics company in her 30s, sold a piece of it in her 40s, kept the rest. The statement reads, $112 million. She wakes at 5:32 a.m. every weekday. Her body wakes her. She walks to a kitchen the size of your entire condo, and she makes a single pour-over coffee. She drinks it standing. She is on a call by 6:30. Not because anyone is making her, because the company she built employs 843 people, and on Wednesday morning at 9 a.m., a decision must be made about a warehouse in Memphis. The decision is hers. The decision has been hers for 16 years. She has earned, paid for, and absorbed every consequence of every decision she has ever signed off on. The company is not her job. The company is her shape. Ask Catherine when she will retire. She will tilt her head like the question is in another language. Running tally. Net worth, $112 million. Days she could stop? Every day for the last decade. Days she has stopped? None. Rung 7, $1 billion. You meet him through the news. His name is Henry. He is 68. He owns 41% of a company you have used this week without knowing it. His desk faces east because he likes the way the light moves across the maple between 6:14 and 6:47 a.m. He is at that desk at 6:47 a.m. because that is the hour when the head of his Asia operations calls him. He could have delegated this call a decade ago. He did not. Henry has 6 grandchildren. He has homes in 3 countries. He has a wing of a hospital named after his late wife. He has not taken a vacation longer than 9 days in 26 years. He does not call this work. He calls it the thing. He says it the way other men say, my marriage. You finally see it. The wealthy do not stay because they are addicted. They stay because the work stopped being something they do and started being something they are. Rung 8, the dynasty. Henry will die at his desk, not tragically, deliberately. He has spent the last 11 years building a family office, a foundation, a board of grandchildren who already know which decisions to make on Wednesdays. He is not retiring. He is composting himself into the next 100 years. The thing he owns will outlive him by 4 generations. He is not the runner. He is the relay. Now cut back. It is 11:47 p.m. You are on the same couch. The retirement countdown app reads 11,388 days. Your back aches from a chair you sat in for 9 hours. You came into this video believing the wealthy were hiding a secret about how to escape work earlier than you. They were hiding the opposite. They built something so completely theirs that escaping it would be like escaping their own ribs. You are still trading hours for someone else's thing. They traded decades to own the thing itself. Then they kept doing the thing because the thing was them. Look at the countdown app one more time. 11,388 days. The number is not a finish line. The number is a confession. You are waiting for permission to stop doing something that was never yours to begin with. Retirement is a poor man's invention. The wealthy don't retire because their work was never a job. It was the thing they own. And you don't retire from what you own.